You are not a victim. Everything is happening for you. Remember that. If you experience negative people in your life, they're also there for you. There to trigger you into becoming more self-aware, to empower you to become more of yourself, of who you're to become, to fulfill the role of the future you. It's all for you. Those people, those negative people, are catalysts, they're doorways, they're gateways to higher versions of yourself. They're forcing you to take control of your life. They're forcing you to be brave. They're forcing you to see your true power. Little by little, each time is an opportunity to grow more, to grow higher, more self-aware, more empathy, more compassion, more understanding. Each time it creates more nuance, because earlier aspects of you, versions of you in earlier times who experienced very toxic environments, once you resolved that aspect of yourself, you left that toxic environment and you moved into a new environment which you thought was a breath of fresh air at the time. But then you started to subtly become more aware of the toxicity within that new environment, because your awareness become more acute. You start to see more nuance in each level of existence throughout your path through life. The stages of your life, you learned to experience different states and you become more aware. But the only way that you could become more aware is if you'd experienced catalyzing events. You had catalyzing relationships in your life, be it from romantic lovers, partners, friends, your family, co-workers, bosses, so forth. They can take any shape in your life, and they serve you. Ultimately, they serve you. You're not a victim. So if you're stuck in these identifications with victimhood, that's stagnation, and you need to let go of that, because you should never identify as a victim, because if you identify as victim, you will be stuck, you'll be trapped, because you're creating a prison for yourself. You're not a victim. Whatever happened to you was serving you. It's serving to bring you to a higher version of yourself. It's not misfortune. It was an opportunity to grow. Those people that we call narcissists, the malignant narcissists in our lives, they're not really mirror reflections of us. They're more of a reflection of our darkness. It's the inversion of our own awareness. But everything is self. But those characters are set out there in our lives. They're set as node points to catalyze us, to force us to let go of the older, less aware versions of self, to create ego death, so that we can be reborn fresh, more aware, and more self-loving. Because what the narcissist is doing is forcing us to self-love on greater levels that we haven't loved ourselves on before, because it forces us to reevaluate what we accept in ourselves. It forces us to reevaluate our values, and what we tolerate within ourselves becomes reflected in the external. So it's always an invitation to dream higher, to see yourself from a higher perspective, to love yourself more, which by default makes you a more loving and giving person. But you will learn to invest your love, your giving wisely, your energy and your time. You will only give it where it's valued. You'll invest more wisely. And when you come across the narcissist, it's an opportunity to see where you can invest incorrectly. Because if you keep investing in narcissistic people, they will only take from you until you're depleted. That's their operation. So you have to, with love, pull your power back to yourself and put down boundaries. No, I see what this is. I've already addressed this and I'm no longer investing in this. I'm not a victim. Thank you, but no thank you. Pull back your energy. Move on with your life. And then you raise to the next level, because you're gifting yourself the opportunity to be a higher version of yourself by letting go of toxic people. Doesn't matter about the terminologies. You don't need to dive deep into narcissism. It's very simple. If there are negative people in your life, they're constantly trying to devalue you. They're constantly trying to cross your boundaries. They don't value you as an individual, but only what they can get from you. They're complaining all the time. They just want to unload all their negativity onto you. They want to gossip. They want you to be like them. They don't value you. They don't ask you how you are. All of these things. These people, you don't need them in your life, okay? Your life is for you. If you want to be the highest version of yourself, then you will systematically remove these people from your life. You don't owe them anything. It's really that simple. You don't need to dive deep into narcissism. You just need to understand the difference between good people, normal people, and toxic people. Remove the toxic people. You don't need the labels. You don't need to study them. Just remove them from your life. Practice to being more efficient, because your time is your energy. You don't have time to be wasting on these people. If they are toxic, remove them. Doesn't matter who they are. If it's your family, if it's your husband or your wife, and they prove to you time and time again that they're not willing to be to play normal, to be loving, to be loyal, to be real, to be authentic, they have no place in your life. It's really that simple. If they pull your energy down, if they drain you, if they're always criticizing you, gaslighting you, trying to make you feel like you're delusional, remove those people from your life. Stop gaslighting yourself, okay? Because you're stagnating yourself. The lesson here is that is a doorway. They are a catalyst. They are a catalyst for you to go through a metamorphosis, to raise yourself to the next frequency, the level of being. They are there to challenge you, which means you're not meant to stay in that energy. You're meant to transcend it. Don't fight with these people. Don't argue with them. Don't waste your energy on these people. Sorry about the dark. It's quite late. I wasn't actually going to make a video today because I'm quite low on energy, but I felt like I had to anyway, so I'm here bringing you an evening video. These challenges are gateways, okay? I'm repeating myself here because it's very important. You are not a victim. You are not meant to argue with these people. You're not meant to try to reason with them. If you want to say your final piece, say it as you're leaving, but don't argue with them. They're not going to reason with you. They're not playing by the normal rules. Okay? They don't play with reason. It's all about control and manipulation. Okay? You can't reason with them. You can't use logic. You can't lay out all the evidence. It's not going to work. They're not interested in that. Okay? This is a test. And it's not a test for you to convince them, because you're never going to convince them. That's not what they're there for. You cannot change these characters. They are not meant to be changed. It's all about you. You're meant to change yourself. It's all about self. Your whole world is here for you to become the awakened version of yourself. You're here to awaken from the dead, from the sleep, the great sleep. Study Neville Goddard. You don't need to change them. You cannot change them, and you should not. But you change yourself. You change how you see yourself and how you value yourself and how you love yourself. Live in the moment. Learn to find peace within yourself. And peace is always within yourself. It's not out there. It's not from validation from any character. You don't need love from anyone but yourself. Love yourself. Learn to be grateful for who you are and who you've become up to now. Learn to appreciate yourself. Learn to find peace with yourself. Be alone with yourself and be comfortable and be happy being alone with yourself. And then you become powerful, because then you need no other. And when you need no other, your true people come into your life, but not before you do the work. It's not going to happen before you do the work. You have to take a holistic approach to life. You cannot be focusing only on one aspect of life and expect everything else to balance out. It doesn't work like that. You have to take responsibility for everything in your life. That means you have to go through your own darkness. You have to face yourself. You have to face your own ugliness. You have to look yourself in the mirror and change your habits. Start doing things differently, bit by bit. Eat healthy. Get outdoors. Stop engaging in gossip with people. Cut out the alcohol and the bad habits, the sugar. Develop healthy routines. Get up early in the morning. Do some exercises, stretching, mindfulness. Do some kind of mindfulness exercises. Go for walks in nature. That'll do it very well. Minimize dopamine addiction behaviors. Get away from video games, porn, cut the porn out, all that stuff. This is a whole other video. I'll make another video about this stuff. But you need to have more self-love. You need to see yourself higher. You need to see yourself as the highest version of yourself that you can imagine. And all these challenges in life are because you've had a dream. You've had a dream, right? The dream is set. So you have to fulfill the dream by becoming the person, the version of you that fits that dream. Because the earlier version of you that dreamt that dream did not fit the shoes of the character that you need to be to live in that reality. So you're going through all the challenges in life now so that you can become that version, that character that fits the dream, the highest dream that you have for this life. So these people, they are not making you the victim. They're helping you to grow into that version of you that fits the dream life that you have set out. It's set in stone. and it's coming to you, and you're going through the challenges, whether you like it or not. You are going through all the challenges that bring you to that dream version of yourself, that freedom, that power, that bravery, that skillfulness, that mastery in life. You're going through all the challenges to reach that. So be grateful. So the so-called narcissists, they're actually your helpers. They're helping you to awaken. They're catalyzing your awakening. So just be grateful for everything in your life, because it is literally benefiting you. Think about this. You want to become, jacked at the gym. Well, you've got to go to the gym, right? You've got to get up in the morning, you've got to go to the gym, you've got to eat right, and you've got to go through the pain, the suffering to build the muscle, and build the stamina and the strength, and you've got to go through the suffering. You've got to suffer. You've got to go through a transformation. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you're not a victim. Stop identifying as a victim. Let it go. Move on. Because life has to be lived. And you've got a lot more experiences and challenges to get through yet. So put your smile back on and get out there and live your life. It's never too late. Never too late. Peace, guys.